Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to another tutorial. We are going to be doing a Victorian lattice square today, which looks really complicated, but it's not. It's very, very easy and looks really, pretty and complicated, but it's not. We'll get right to it. It's kind of it's an old sort of antique style granny square, and it's good for all sorts of projects. You can make blankets and pillows, and you can make table runners and use lacy yarn if you want for a different sort of look to it. Yeah, so it's very easy. You can use whatever yarn you want. For this, I had used, this is actually some merino and silk yarn from my shop in Black Fair Maiden, and it has little gold specks and some soft blue and cream, but you can use whatever you want. So this is just DK, and I used for this a 4mm hook, but I'm going to use a slightly thinner yarn, just some fingering sock weight yarn, and a 3.5mm hook, just so that you can see it clearly. So it's not very complicated and won't take you very long. So let's just get right to it. So what you're going to do first is start with a slip knot. So just make a knot however you make your knots. Just do that. Make your knot. Move that out of the way so you can see. And then what you're going to do is chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just do a slip stitch into the very first chain that you did, and that creates a little circle, and that's going to start your first round. And make sure that when you're working into this, you're working into the center. Don't work into the stitches into the middle of those. So you want to maybe pull that and make sure you're working into the center. Okay, so for round 1, you're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1. And so into the hole, the center there, you're going to do a double crochet. So that's yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through 2 again. That's your double crochet, and then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do that again. You're going to do a double crochet into the center there, and you're going to continue that all the way around, and you're going to until you have 12, including this chain 4 that you made. So I will just leave you to that because it's so simple. So you chain 1, and you go into the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then chain. So just continue that all the way around until you have 12 of these. Okay, so once you have your little center wheel here with your chain spaces, make sure you do a final chain 1 when you're done your last double crochet, and then into the top, or the third chain from the bottom is where you'll do your slip stitch, just like that. And we are ready for round 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch just so that we are into the chain space. So just slip stitch once, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to double crochet into that same space. So that's actually 2 double crochets in there. And then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and into the next chain space, you're going to do 2 double crochets together. So to do that, you do that like you're doing a normal double crochet. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then before completing that, you're going to yarn over and then go back down into that the chain space and pull up a loop. So you have 4 loops on your hook. Then you yarn over, pull through 2, and you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Then you yarn over and you pull through those. So that's putting 2 double crochets together. So you're going to continue that all the way around. So I'll do that again with you. So chain 2 and then jump over to the next chain space here, and it's 2 double crochets together. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over and then go back down and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 3. And you keep going, so just keep doing that all the way around with chain 2 in between your 2 double crochets together. So I will leave you to that and meet you back when you're done this. Okay, so now that you're done round 2, make sure that you do your chain 2 to finish off, and then just slip stitch into the top of that first chain 3 that you did, and that is round 2 done. So round 3 already, we're just flying through this. I told you it was easy. You're just going to slip stitch and kind of crawl over until you end up in this first chain space. So just do a nice slip stitch across, just like that. And then you're going to chain 7. So this is round 3. So chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then into the next space, or chain space, you're going to do a single crochet. And then chain 3. And into the next space, you're going to do a single crochet. And then chain 3 again. And into the next space, you do a single crochet, and then we're going to make another corner. So you chain 7 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the next space, you do a single crochet, chain 3, into the next space, you do a single crochet, then chain 3 again. And into the next space, you do a single crochet, chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then into that space, you do the next space, you do a single crochet. Then it's chain 3, jump over to the next space, do a single crochet, chain 3, into the next space, do a single crochet, and then chain 7 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the next space you do a single crochet, and then chain 3, into the next space, single crochet, and then we're on to our final one, which is a chain 3, and then you just single crochet into that space, just like that. So that creates a little square from your circle, and that is the end of round 3. So for round 4, we are going to slip into this chain 7 space here, and then you're going to chain 4, chain 3. So that's a little error. It's a chain 3 here, not a chain 4. We're not too far ahead, so that should be easy. Now into this same chain 7 space, you're going to do 4 more double crochets, and this chain 3 counts as the 5th one. So do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and so this is, because it's a corner, we have to do a little bit more, and this will be the same for all 4 of these corners. So chain 3, and into that same space you're going to do 5 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so there are 2 eyes here, I guess. There are 2 spaces. So we're going to decrease this and make it one sort of hump. So what you're going to do is single crochet into the first chain space, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a single crochet into the next space. So you're just creating a little design basically here. Okay, so we've got to a corner already, so you're just going to continue and do the corners the same way. So that's 5 double crochets into the chain 7 space, and then chain 3, and then another 5 into that same space. So just continue along with your corner. Okay, and so we got to the middle again, so you're going to just single crochet into the first space, chain 4, and then single crochet again, and then you're on to the next corner. So I will leave you to that to finish round number 4, which is super easy. So you're at a corner, so do 5 double crochets, chain 3, 5 double crochets, and then single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, and then you're back to a corner. So I'll leave you to that, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so we are done round 4. Make sure that once you've single crocheted into that one space, you're just going to slip stitch into the top of the first, or the chain 3 that you did, and that just seals the square up. So now you're going to slip stitch. So you have your slip stitch here. You're just going to slip stitch into this one stitch right beside it. Try to start round 5, and then you're going to chain 3, and this will count as a double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So you'll have a total of 4 double crochets because the chain 3 will count as your first one. So that's your 4 double crochets, and now we are at a corner. So all your corners are going to be the same. So that's 2 double crochets into the corner, that chain space, then chain 3, and 2 more double crochets into that chain space. Next, you're on to the side here. Make sure that you kind of pull, and there will be a little stitch that's hiding. That's always the stitch that you're going to be working into. So you're going to do 4 double crochets. So start with that one that was a little bit hidden. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. So you'll have 4. Now there's still 1 double crochet here, or a stitch and a single crochet. You're going to skip both of those, and you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just single crochet into this chain space that you have below. And then you're going to chain 4 again, 2, 3, 4, and then skip both this single crochet and the first double crochet, and into the next 4 stitches you do a double crochet. So that is the pattern for round number 5. We can just do one more side together just to give, you'll get a handle of it. So we're at a corner space, so do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. And then make sure that you pull out that little hidden stitch there, and you're going to do 4 double crochets. Then chain 4. And skip these 2 stitches, jump into the chain space, chain 4 again, and then skip the single crochet and the first double crochet, and then double crochet into the next 4. So that is the pattern. You can pause the video and continue along, and I'll meet you when you're done round 5. Okay, so we are done round 5. You should have ended with a chain 4, and then you just slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that you did at the beginning. And we are on to round 6. So what we're going to do is slip stitch into the first 2 stitches. So just kind of creep along and do a slip stitch. And to start the round, you're going to chain 3, and this will count as a double crochet. And then into the next 3 stitches, you're going to do a double crochet. So it's pretty much the same as the last round, but there's one little difference. So that's your 4 double crochets. We're already into a corner, so you're going to do the same thing that you did before. So chain 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet into that chain 2 or chain 3 space from below. Sorry for being confusing. And then you're going to make sure again that you tug and you get that little hidden stitch there, and you're going to do another 4 double crochets into these stitches, and then you're going to skip the next 2 here. So you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just single crochet into this first chain space, and then chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet into the next chain space, and then chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and into the next 4 you're going to do a double crochet. So just do 4 simple double crochets, and we are at a corner already. So you just do 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets into that chain space, and then just work your way along again. So make sure you pull and get that hidden stitch and do 4 double crochets, and then chain 4, and then single crochet into that chain space, chain 4, single crochet into the next space, chain 4, skip the next 2 double crochets, and then just do 4 more double crochets until you reach the corner. So that is the pattern for round number 6. I will leave you to it, and then I will meet you back when you are done round 6. Okay, so for the end of round 6, this is sort of what your square will look like. So just remember you've done your chain 4, and you're just going to end with a slip stitch in the top of that chain 3 that you did. And we are on to round 7. We're almost done, everybody. So way to go. We're going to start with, for round 7, a chain 3, and no slip stitching this time, but this is going to count as a double crochet, and into the next 5 stitches you're going to do a double crochet. So that is going to be a total of 6 double crochets. And that brings you then to the corner. And into the corner, you know what to do. It's a 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, all into that chain space. And then make sure that you pull and you get that hidden stitch. And you're going to do 6 double crochets across again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you've made it to a chain space here. You're going to do 2 more double crochets into that space. So that's a surprise. And then you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to single crochet into the next chain space. And then chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then double crochet twice into the next chain space. So that's 2 double crochets. And then you're going to do 6 double crochets across the rest of your side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that brings you to a corner, so you will just repeat that corner. So that's 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, then tug your work, make sure you got that hidden stitch, and do 6 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 more double crochets into the chain space, then chain 4, 2, 3, 4, single crochet into the next chain space, then chain 4 again, and then jump over to the next chain space and you do 2 double crochets. So I will leave you to finish this round. That's round 7. So this next stage is to do 6 double crochets, and then you're into a corner. So just continue that way, and I will meet you back when you're done round 7. Okay, so we are on to round number 8. You have finished your last 2 double crochets and then slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. So you're gonna jump right into round 8 by chaining 3, and that is going to count as a double crochet. And then into the next 7 stitches you're going to do a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, don't let it fall out like I just did again. 5, there we go, 6, 7, and that brings us to a corner. Remember, the corners are always the same, so that is going to be 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, and then make sure you have that hidden stitch out here, and into the next 10 double crochets or 10 stitches you're doing a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that will bring you to your first chain space here, and you're going to do 2 more double crochets into that chain space. So you've done your 2 double crochets into this chain space, then you're going to chain 1 and then do another 2 double crochets into the next chain space. So that creates your top little gap there from your star. And then you're going to do 10 more double crochets across. So just continue that all the way around, and I will meet you back when you've done the entirety of round number 8. So it's very easy. It's basically 10 double crochets and then into your corner it's the normal 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, and then another 10 double crochets, and then into the space here is 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then 10 across again. So I'll leave you to it. So this is what your square should look like when you're done round 8. You're almost done. So if you haven't finished it off, you have 2 more stitches to do 2 double crochets in. So do 1 double crochet and another one, and then you're just going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. So that is the basic pattern for your lattice square. One last round is just to kind of even it out, and that's just to create a border. So you can do that with a single crochet, a round of single crochet all the way around, but I'll show you how to work the corners as well. So chain 1 and then go into the stitch and do a single crochet and do a single crochet until you get to the corner. And each side here will have 14 stitches, but I'll show you that in a sec. So I've gotten to the corner here. So what you're going to do is do a single crochet, chain 2, and then a single crochet, and that creates a nice little corner. And then you'll do 14 single crochets across, and that will get you to the middle. So once you've gotten your 14 stitches here, you just get to the middle, and where there's a chain space, you just do a single crochet, just like that. And then just do another 14 across till you get to a corner. So that is how easy this is. I told you all. You gotta trust me. I told you this was easy. So that's it for this tutorial. I will just finish it off and then meet you back when it's completely done, just to say bye. Remind you that if you liked this tutorial, please do consider giving it a thumbs up and or subscribing if you want. Thank you for watching. Remember, in the corners it's 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and then 14 across. Chain space, you do a single crochet and then 14 across. That's it. So I will just show you how it's done when it's complete. Okay, so this is your square, or what your square should look like when it's pretty much done. When you've reached the end, you just slip stitch into that first stitch and finish off. You can fasten it off. I wanted to show you what it looked like if you used thinner yarn because it looks more lacy, but obviously you can use thicker yarn if you have projects that call for it, especially things like blankets and you want that thicker look. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to this. Thank you for watching and for being here with me. Be good to yourselves and to others. Unless they're racist, then don't be nice to racists. But okay, so that's it. We'll see you again. Thank you. Take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.